time it is. 2 and What Wednesday. We got to hit you with the who first. Yeah, I almost fucked that up on my mind. We hit you up with the who first. A brother I've known since, what, backyard football?
Way back.
So, just like anybody else, man, this is Chosen Flyy. I got to give him the real name on that one because I've been calling you something else way too long.
So childhood nickname, yeah, definitely. Man.
So, but thank you for coming through. Thank you for opening up your time to come through today.
Absolutely, man, no problem.
Thank you for handling with him because I'm terrible at doing the back and forth to get the interviews done. It's always him that gets that shit locked down. So
he actually hit up my music page. That somebody else is like, basically doing it, running it for me. So I'm like, he was like, bro, you know who this is? I'm like, yeah, that's the boy I met at the battle and shit. So I hit him. It comes somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So I'm like, I hit him up. You know what I mean, from my page and talk to him then. So make sure I came through for y'all, man, for sure.
Thanks. Yeah, thanks for coming out. Yeah,
absolutely. Man.
And you probably walked by him in the halls too. He went to Baldwin for a little bit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay.
Let's say he left before everything finished, but he was there. But for you, because I remember being in the studio in the apartment building, but let everybody else know about that.
Oh yeah. Well, I had my own little studio at my grandma's house for about like 2-3 years. I was recording the neighborhood people who wanted to, be rappers and all that. And during that time, I basically built my skill level up too. To be able to really like develop a love and the motivation for it. Like, so, this is something that I always wanted to do for a long time, for real, man. And I had enough time to practice it and go over it. And really know like this is it. Like, so I'm just trying to apply myself, man. I lost my touch a little bit for the studio. I have my own studio no more. I go to other people's studios. I go to, Lil Rice, ID Labs, and all that. But the motivation is still there.
So. Definitely. For me, man. Outside of maybe Mont, you're the only one that's like Mont can still rap, but you're the only one that's going out and hit shows, promotion. I see posters and flyers all over the place. Like from being in your grandma's crib with like me, Mont, Malon, and like your cousins. And I forget your cousin's name, but I remember your cousins was always in there too.
Yeah, Shock Jason, they call all them. Yeah.
And then it's like you was the one you kept going. Like I think I lost touch with you for like 2 or 3 years after high school, and then when you popped back up, I was like, no, he's still pushing this shit. Yeah, like he's still going hard, and I respect that.
Got to. I actually took it more serious. Like maybe like a year and a half ago, I started like really like doing this, like doing shows and really applying myself. Right. Before I just took it there, like I'm just like, man, I'm just keep making songs and just play around with it. But like it's something I really want to do, so I took it serious. Recently, this. Paying off somewhat, I'm still growing, but yeah.
So what's the new scene for you currently? So what was your big we trying to big push for this year?
Well, I'm working on a mixtape actually. I've been waiting to do a mixtape for various reasons, but this year I think it's time for me to do a mixtape or maybe even an EP. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Just something, something with lots of tracks, So, I just want to expand. I want to be on different websites like Spotify and Spinrilla and all that. So that's what I'm trying to do.
Definitely. So, in making those moves, have you? What has been your experience since you started making moves to get there? Like, has it been open arms? Have you been feeling a little pushback from the city? A lot of artists from within the cities feel like they don't get.
Yeah, it's a little bit of both. Different people, different results. You know what I'm saying? Some people, they want to work with you. They want to meet new people and all that. Some people is just like, I'm saying, I'm cool with people I'm working with. I don't need nobody else. Like no new friends type stuff. You know what I mean? So, right. But you guys just work around that. You know what I'm saying? Like if they don't want to work with you, let that motivate you to go even harder. You know what I'm saying? To just pass them up, you know what I mean? Type stuff like, so that's what I really like keep my mind on, like just going further, getting higher in this, in this level of artistry and just overcoming all of the negativity. That's it.
All right. So being a rapper and our age, who would be the artist that you chose to look up to or tried to help master your pen. The artist that like you looked at it like I don't not say copy, but you wanted to look at them for influence.
Like industry wise or like local wise?
Either.
Honestly, who I look up to right now, Drake, man. Because like it's like everything he makes, man, is just a banger. And it's not just one thing. He does all type of music. He does pop. He does all that. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not just stuck on one, you know what I mean, one type of swagger. Like he got different swaggers. He can make a song for the ladies, make a song for the hood, niggas, you know what I'm saying? Like he does it all. And that's what I look up to for right now. I mean, there's people who you know what I'm saying, I think are a good influence, you know what I'm saying, who I like to listen to. But as far as like who I want to like basically get like is Drake, you know what I'm saying?
I understand that. It's definitely I respect the because we never had in-depth talks about things outside of rap, but that also obviously proves that you are willing to move in a direction, not in more of an R&B pop direction to get certain things rolling, right?
Definitely.
Which I respect that. I like artists that aren't just what I always say my biggest issue with Pittsburgh, which you don't have that issue is, and which proof with the song you released last week, is a lot of niggas can't get out of the trap mind state. And when they drop a song for the girls, it's like I fucked your bitch. It's not like a song for women.
I know love. Like,
no, there's no
something that they can feel special if they hear it.
Right. Yeah. So I definitely respect hearing you say that. Like that you would rather be able to do that type of stuff. Cause like, nigga, I tell a nigga like, yeah, man, you gotta make a love song. And they come back to, so I fucked your bitch and I was in the club and throwing money on the strippers. I'm like, that's not what they want to hear, bro.
I mean, I do have songs like that. Like, I know what you mean. I have songs too that's, you know what I mean, for love making and all of that, making the females feel special. So, I mean, yeah, like you gotta just be well-rounded, man. You gotta hit all aspects. Cause like there's different people who like different things.
Right.
So if you're just stuck on one topic or one thing, you're gonna just attract one crowd, and that crowd might grow out of you. You know what I'm saying, well, I used to play it out. You know what I'm saying, I'm just listening to somebody else. I mean, I want it to happen to me. Like, I mean, I want to just be there for years and years and years, man. Give people different stuff. You know what I'm saying, that's what I want to do.
Quick question, because I usually ask this at the beginning, and because I know I'm not from where we met at, I know you ain't either. Mm-hmm. Let people know what side of the city that you repping from.
Southside. I was born in St. Clair. You know, I moved around a lot throughout my youth, but Southside. I'm back on the Southside now. So. Yeah.
Okay. Saying that, we on the East, obviously, none of us in this building except Moose lives in the East Side. The East Side seems to be the place where if you're going to do music in the city, you have to have a presence. How's it been moving around in the East Side or other areas of the city outside the South trying to get your name out there?
Well, my brother is from the East Side, and he's locked up now. He's in Free Sky, you know what I mean? But he's from out here. He's from Homewood, Point Breeze area. So I used to be out here with him, you know, a lot actually. I went to jail actually from out here. But you know, there's a couple people that I know, a couple people that, you know, they like my music and shit, and they want to see me, you know what I'm saying, really progress. But, you know, like, I'm trying to collab with people too, you know, because collaborations is a major key too, man, like for real. Mm-hmm. So I haven't really been trying to reach out to a lot of people, but, you know what I'm saying, that's something that I want to start doing. You know what I'm saying? I want to start getting more collaborations from all sides, West Side, North Side, East Side, all that. You know what I'm saying? Because I just feel like these rappers nowadays are like charging you an arm and a leg, and they're not even really, you know what I'm saying, really out there. Like,
oh yeah, no,
they might be a little bigger than you know what I'm saying? But they ain't at the point where they can charge people like $500, $1,000. You know what I'm saying? It's not even worth it to me.
Oh yeah, no.
So that's really the reason why I've been like chilling off with features, you know what I'm saying, for the longest, you know what I'm saying? So if an artist coming at me like, I mean, you want to do a collab, you know what I'm saying, no charge or a couple dollars or whatever, that's cool, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not paying a lot of money for somebody who's not even worth it.
No, I mean, and I'm not speaking for you, but like for the artists that be out here watching this, if you ain't basically Wapo or Hardo, it's basically what I'm gonna say, maybe Flatline. It's better to do the trade off, like do a song.
Yeah, fan for fan, basically. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like honestly, God, this is off interview stuff. Like this is like the third or fourth time I heard somebody say like people out here waxing for verses, and I'm like,
definitely.
If all you got is a SoundCloud account and you ain't got no music pushing, or you ain't got your rights to your name or something like that.
Exactly.
I agree with him on that, bro. Like you can't be waxing people for these verses
at all. at all. Cause like, and the people that, you know, I've talked to about doing features and want to charge me, it's like they don't got no features. They're like, you know what I'm saying, like nobody want to pay that for you. Like, why are you still? Why are you charging that? You know
And they
what I'm
probably
saying?
want you to pay for the studio time too. Like I've seen
Yeah,
shit
yeah.
like that.
Pay for the ride there, pay for their food. You know what I'm saying? Like these dudes be crazy out here. You know what I'm saying? I'm not getting taken advantage of. So
No.
therefore, I'd rather be by myself, honestly. But this is music, and it's like it's a game basically, man. You got to do features. You got to reach out to people. You got to, you know, be places and do certain things. So I mean, you got to deal with it, man. So,
Right.
All right, we were discussing this earlier. Do you think Tupac is boring?
Tupac?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Okay.
Okay,
Not at all.
This is piggybacking off of the recent Little Xan interview where somebody asked him what he thought about Tupac, and he said he was boring.
Yeah, I don't think Tupac is boring actually. I think he definitely shares a lot of wisdom too, man. Like he's been there, like, you know what I mean, and listen to him, man. You learn some new stuff, like, you know what I mean. Listen to Tupac even today, and I learned some new stuff, like, you know what I'm saying, like he been through it, man. He was a soldier, man. Like, you know what I mean, he was doing this thing, like, so you gotta respect your elders, respect the people who did it before you, paved the way for this shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying, there was no Tupac, no Biggie. It wouldn't even be what it is today, you know what I'm saying, type stuff. So, I mean, definitely not boring, man. I would like Tupac a lot.
I was kind of like more or less shocked that like he would say something like, you could at least say like, oh, hey, he wasn't my, wasn't my taste. Like I didn't, like all of his music or whatever. Like you can't, if you're going to say that you're in the rap game like that, you can't be disrespecting. I don't know. Like,
Yeah. I definitely get what you're saying. It's just some dudes ain't got no respect and they don't appreciate stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't know how to take it. You know what I'm saying? So they don't understand it because, you know what I'm saying, they never been through it, or, you know what I mean? Like there's different reasons why dudes, do stuff like that. But I mean, that's everybody. Everybody got their own personality, what they like, what they don't like. I mean, so yes, it is.
How is it being, because I consider all three of us like the border. Like we still respect the Tupacs, the Nas's, even the newer guys like Cole and Kendrick. But it seems like if you was born 12 months, 6 months after we was born, they're praying to the Little B's and the Gucci's of the world as if they were the ghosts that we were just talking about. Even though, at least in Gucci's case, I do give him the credit that he basically signed these niggas. But like I said, when it comes down to like, just like, it just seems like what if you graduated in 11 and then you came out in 2012, it just seems like your whole musical taste is just completely different, and it's just like a year or two.
Yeah, that's definitely true, man. So the generation, man, our youth is getting, you know what I'm saying, we're getting all hypnotized and stuff by all these, you know what I'm saying, flashy cars and jewelry and money and Percocets, Molly and all that. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is.
Music.
Yeah, that's what it is, man. Our generation, you know what I'm saying, we're getting dumb. Like, you know what I'm saying, we're getting dumbed down, you know what I'm saying? And these dudes just rapping about dumb stuff. So, you know what I'm saying, they're feeding into it.
Do you think it's difficult to like kind of even just trying to find the appropriate like audience for yourself? I mean, because you want to promote your music, but you want to go in the lane of saying, oh, hey, I'm doing these drugs, even though that's not what you're about, like something like, and that certain things, like you'd be like, hey, I'm doing this and this, but you're only doing that are you like, would you do something to try to bring in that crowd? I mean,
well, like, you definitely gotta make stuff where people can relate to it and they can vibe to it. You know what I'm saying? So therefore I try to make my music for all type of crowds, and I don't rap off something that I don't do. You know what I'm saying? You'll never hear me talking about, oh, I pop Molly, you know what I'm saying, pop this, pop that. That's not what I do. So I don't rap about it, you know what I'm saying? But I can make something catchy and with a good beat, you know what I'm saying, that can turn people up. So, you know what I mean, I don't gotta lie about what I be doing, and what I did and what I didn't do, you know what I'm saying? So, I try to like work around that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's about it, man.
Saying that, plug the video you dropped last week, because I feel like that's a good, I forget the name of the song, but it was a good representation of you can make music, catchy music, without having any of those things in it.
Oh, yeah, that,
Yeah.
That was just basically about, dudes is, girlfriends or whatever trying to, get with you.
Right.
And you know, their friends talking behind your back. You don't know that, but you rapping like this is my game, this is that, but them dudes like, man, we don't even like dudes like that. You know what I mean, so that sounds like more of a clubby, catchy type jam.
But you still didn't really. But you proved your point that you didn't have to go into these areas of other artists. You still had a story. It still was catchy and clubby, but you didn't go into popping Molly, doing anything crazy. You ain't walking around talking about we putting guns in people's faces. Exactly. Like you had a clean storytelling song that could be played in the club.
Absolutely, definitely, man. I perform at shows, and that song will always be the crowd like just turned up. You know what I mean? Like I love it. I love performing that song, man. Swear I do.
So I have to ask this because it's the visual thing. What made you go red with the? It's more than the tips. It's like half a dread.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I just wanted to change it up. You know what I'm saying? My whole look, my whole style. Because when I was younger, I really couldn't do what I wanted to do with my appearance. My mom was always, you're getting a haircut. You're going to do this. You're going to do that until you move out.
And we in the same boat.
Yeah, so I moved out and I just did what I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? And I started out with the blonde tips. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm like, man, this don't really fit me. So I just got the red. And I've been getting positive feedback from all the females. I love red. I'm keeping this red then, baby. Okay, what's up?
But no, like I think we was both in the same boat. When we was younger, we used to just come out even. We might have a fade if it was
definitely. My mom was not having none of that, man. She was like, "You're gonna have a clean cut. You're gonna get a job, and that's gonna be that." Yes, ma'am.
And shout out to the moms, man. They're just looking out. They're just looking out, trying to do the right thing.
She was holding it down, man. She was holding it down.
So no, I definitely, I understand where you at with that for sure. So, so I know you had a bunch of shows in February. What's coming up next on the? I know you've been pushing shows.
Yeah. I'm working for this one show. It's gonna be in April at Club Elegance. You know, it's gonna be called like it's still being thought about and everything, but something like 420 something party, performance party or something like that. So that's gonna be the next one. Hopefully, supposed to be going to New York to perform and everything. Okay. I'm still waiting on that information and all that. So yeah, man. So April is the next show.
What's the biggest thing you think you've done so far? Like it doesn't matter if it's traveling, a song, a performance. Like what's the right now the highlight of your career?
The highlight of it, I would say performing, man. You know what I'm saying? My views on YouTube going up and all that. You know what I'm saying? That's really, I mean, the highlight. I mean, I ain't really get to travel or nothing yet. You know what I mean? So I can't talk about like going nowhere else and people that's what we do down there over there. So but yeah, I mean, just performing, man, that's my highlight, man. I love performing, like, you know what I'm saying, and just getting the crowd turned up, having people asking, "Oh, what's your name on there? I'm looking you up. You got a CD? You got this? You got that?" Like, and it's genuine. Like, people like really want to hear more from me. Like, you know what I mean? So I like that. You know what I mean, that's what that's what keeps me going.
All right.
Have you been having any difficulties maybe getting shows around? Like, I mean, you're from the South Side. I mean, a lot of issues around the South Side is like appropriating, like, you know, like dressing wise and like being like certain styles and that, like just trying to get a show down there. Have they turned you down or anything, or anybody like any like?
I haven't really had any like shows down South Side except for the Rex Theater.
Okay.
And that was a little while back, but I don't really think. Actually, you know what? I lied. I did a show kind of recently at the Hookah Lounge on.
Okay, that's a shocker.
On that 10th. Was it 10th? I don't know, but it's by the Kogos.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
And
yeah, that's shocking.
But yeah, like, you know what I mean. So like, but any other place down there though, I already know it's not going to go down. You know what I'm saying? So. Actually, you know what? Those performances, I didn't perform there, but those performances at the Smiling Moose on East Carson.
Yeah.
That I know about, but that spot like that quick kind of. So, you know what I'm saying? That's out of the question. But
we were supposed to go to something at the Smiling Moose like a week ago.
No, I think it's next week.
It's next week.
It's Bar Wars.
Oh yeah.
And then I think, but it's kind of weird. They're starting at 10, but then they're having like 6 battles.
It's an affiliate to No Chill, which I was going to ask you. because we be doing our bit of flair segment. It's one of the guys that are. He's one of the management people in the No Chill Battle League.
Okay.
And you was at the event back last month. How did you feel the battle environment?
Oh yeah, man. That battle was that battle, man. That was definitely intense, man. I like seeing stuff like that. You know, me myself personally, I'm not a battle rapper,
Right?
But I like observing and watching and see the intensity of it. You know what I'm saying, but I definitely enjoyed myself, man. Honestly.
I'll say, being a normal artist that does structured music, how hard I know you respect their craft, but what do you think is the biggest difference between being able to just go into the booth, spit 16s, 32s, and then you perform live, obviously, instead of having to sit there and try to battle somebody or try to embarrass somebody across from you? Which
there's definitely a big difference because in the studio you can go in there with stuff written, rap into a mic, you can do over. There's no crowd.
right.
People you don't know is not in there. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a whole different vibe. But once you're on stage battling the next man, you got a crowd right there, probably a vicious crowd who want to hear some hot stuff. They're gonna boo you off stage. You got no hot stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just more pressure. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot more pressure. You know what I'm saying? You can do over in a booth. Hey, you know what I'm saying? DJ, you know what I'm saying? Put that back. Let me hear it real quick. Once you battling, though, you can't. Yo, put that back for me real quick. Nah, ain't no.
No,
man.
what was the classic timeout? And somebody called timeout one of the battles.
Timeout, yeah. See, that's just crazy. That's an automatic loss right there.
Somebody pulled up the phone before.
Yeah, that was Dawn.
Yeah,
Didn't Dawn Status pull out his phone for his first battle? Which
yeah,
that one's different because I feel like that'd be worse if you was performing. Like if you was performing a song when you had pulled your phone out to remember the lyrics, that'd be way worse.
Oh yeah.
I mean, both is bad though. Both is definitely bad. You just gotta think in your head like, oh, fuck this up. It's over for me. Like, I mean.
So in the past, I've asked questions and I've been told I have to ask first. Your favorite football team is Steelers.
Of course.
Cool. How do you feel about the news that came out today about Le'Veon Bell's franchise tag?
Oh, what happened today?
The Steelers franchise tag Le'Veon Bell again.
Yeah.
And now he's saying that he's not going to come to play until like week 6 or something of the season.
I think our luck, is definitely, kind of shitty right now. But we're going to do our thing, man. We're going to get back on track, man. You know what I'm saying? I have faith in the bird, man. We got 6 rings. We're going to get 7 soon, very soon. I have faith in us. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so just don't give up on my boys just yet, man. We ain't going nowhere.
And on the Pittsburgh side, because my man's already been, half the staff in this building has been affected. Basically anybody who drives has been affected by what's happened this winter. How have you been dealing with the giant potholes in the road?
Potholes. Man, listen, man. I feel like I'm drunk driving all the time.
Yeah.
Trying to dodge them things, man. Like it's gonna out of hand, man. I ain't gonna lie, but I've been seeing like road workers though been patching some potholes. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna take time to get them all. You know what I mean, fixed up and everything. But
so you haven't had any vehicular fatalities yet? That
Nah. I've hit some bad ones, but nothing crazy happened.
All our other co-hosts who drive have had some type of issue at this point.
Yeah.
Actually,
I try to be very cautious too, because you know what I'm saying, like that's not cheap, man. You got to tow, the chip away or something, man. I ain't trying to do all that.
They only gonna tow you a certain amount of miles and shit.
Side of the road, yeah, man. So I try to be careful, man. I don't drive that much. You know what I'm saying? I either get Ubers, jitneys, or you know what I'm saying, whatever. Okay.
So basically, on this point, so you said you think about dropping an EP or mixtape.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say that any of the songs you recently dropped would be part of those projects, or are you thinking about starting a clean slate?
I think a couple of them will definitely be on there, but most of the songs will be new. Mm-hmm. Most of them, you know what I'm saying? So, because I definitely got some nice jams out right now. Yeah. So I just don't want them to be forgotten.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so put a couple of them on there. Maybe like 2, 3.
My last question before I let James finish off the interview. Any artists, Pittsburgh or otherwise, that you are looking forward or attempting to work with?
There's a couple of people that I would definitely work with. You know what I'm saying? Like Wapo, of course, Hardo, Esco, Flatline, Izzy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I'm trying to work with people who's gonna get me elevated. You know what I'm saying? That I mean, basically like just throw my style into, you know what I mean, with their style, and you know what I mean, come up with something great. You know what I mean? Like, cause to me, I don't think I don't got nobody else's style in Pittsburgh. You know what I'm saying? So so therefore I think we could, you know what I mean, do something real big. You know what I mean?
That's one thing I respect about you is I know you've been crafting your sound since like 14.
Yeah.
Like some of these dudes just wake up and feel like, you know what, 21 years old, I'm gonna try this out. You've been doing this for a decade.
Definitely, man. Honestly, that's some real stuff.
So
It's been
like,
a while.
you shouldn't sound like anybody else. You was out here spitting when Wiz wasn't even out here.
Exactly.
Like, so no, a lot of these new dudes are jumping on fads and trying to make a sound off a fad. You've been riding the same lane, and I respect that.
Absolutely, appreciate it, man.
But James, you got anything else before we turn to everybody's happiness into sadness?
I'm pretty excited about this. Is there any shout outs you want to give out to, or I mean, before you die?
Shout out to
No, I'm just playing. No, today's taste test ain't gonna be bad.
Make me nervous, man. But no, man.
I said he wasn't gonna be happy. He said he was
shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all, man. Grandma, man. Dion. You know what I'm saying? Malachi, man. Shout out to y'all movement, man. I definitely respect it, man. And I see y'all growing, man. Like, I mean, that's a beautiful thing, man. Honestly, and shout out to, you know what I mean, my cameraman, 26 Productions. He doing this thing with the videos and with the engineering, with the studio and all that. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna be a big thing too, man. We'll be looking out for him too. And Case Films, man, I just had a video with him like on Sunday. Got a video with him dropping, man. Shout out to him. He's a cool ass dude, man. Yeah, man. Everybody who fucking with my music, man. Shout out to y'all. You know what I mean?
For the new people, let them know where they can find you, where they can get the music at. Give them basically this is your promotion time. Give them a good minute of every way to get a hold of you and all your places to find you.
Well, you can find me on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? My music page is Chosen Flyy. That's Flyy with 2 Y's. You know what I'm saying? Personal page is Deshaun Robinson. You can find me on Instagram at Flyy Godly, Flyy Godly. You know what I'm saying? Snapchat, you can find me Chosen as Flyy. It's all with 2 Y's. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got a Twitter though. I like Twitter for real, so I ain't got one of those. I just stick to those 3.
Last question, because I already hear.
Oh, and SoundCloud, Chosen Flyy.
Very last question, because I already hear the comments when I go to the Facebook later about why I didn't ask this question. Why Chosen Flyy?
Why Chosen Flyy? Good question. Well, when I was a teenager, you know what I'm saying, me and my brother and everything, we was always together, always going out looking for, young ladies to holler at. And I used to always, you know what I'm saying, be dressed to impress, you know what I'm saying, so they called me Fly. You know what I'm saying? And I went to jail upstate actually in 2013, 2014. And the Chosen just came about. You know what I'm saying? I was rapping every day in there in the yard, man. Like people was messing with me heavy. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I don't know how it came about exactly, Chosen, but it came about in jail for sure. I just ran with it, man. Chosen Flyy, put 2 together, like, you know what I'm saying? It sounded good to me. You know what I mean? So.
Like I said, it was something hit me. I'm like, I didn't ask because it's not something that bothers me that much. And because like I said, I know you, the person. So I'm like, I ain't worried about the name because I just know you.
Yeah.
But like it hit me, I was like, everybody else is gonna wonder why he calls himself that.
Yeah.
So y'all know what time it is. This is the quickest break y'all get in ground mode for our show. We gonna thank you one more time for coming in here.
No problem, man. No problem.
We gonna catch you with the quickest break. Are we doing an actual break? Yeah, we can do an actual break. We'll do a real quick break. This is GMY Radio, Unfiltered. We'll be right back with and James's favorite part of the week and everybody else's least favorite part of the week.
Oh.
It's Who and What Wednesday. We're going to hit you with the what in a second, so get ready to see some wild food and some wild drinks. We'll be right back in a minute.